Welcome to qualifying here in the Malaysian Grand Prix. You're here with pretty shady, and hopefully soon we'll have Max with us as well. And as I say that, I think we got Max with us too. Uh,
I'm indeed here.
yes.
So,
So we might have a very exciting race for us here tonight. What do you think?
indeed, I mean, championship battle is heated up, between Max Zar and Max Hamlin. They're only 15 points apart. There's only 2 races to go. It's the second to last race, so anything can happen really. Max could either seal the title here, or Max Zar could even make ground back and make it a very interesting last race.
Yeah, and the title can be decided here tonight, so
Oops.
all to play for.
Indeed.
So we're just 40 minutes left for qualifying. Currently James May having the quickest lap of 1:30.7. What do you think about that? How much quicker are we gonna see here tonight?
Uh, well, it's definitely gonna go into the 29s. We've seen them go on S-Tracker into high 28s, so it should be, as long as track grip improves, they should be able to get much faster. But yeah, James May, not surprising to be honest that he's up there. He's been really strong since he. Only thing is he doesn't race very often. He sort of attendance hasn't been great. He hasn't been able to always show that.
Yeah, so well, it's been a while for me, so I'll try to do my best tonight, stepping
I
in.
mean, yeah, it's always good to have you commentating on races.
Thank you, Max. It's always great to have you by my side.
Thank you.
So we're getting closer now. Time's ticking. Now, it is, am I correct? I need to get another quick look at the standings here while we're at it, but it's Maxi fighting with Maxire, is it?
It's Max Hamling fighting with
Yeah, exactly.
Maxar, Paul Maxar for the title. They've been very close all season. They've just swapped positions endlessly in the standings the whole season. I think 4 or 5 times the lead has changed. So they're really really close in terms of performance.
Yeah, and I think we see here Maxi will have to finish first. Max, sorry, not Maxi.
No,
Max will
I'm
have to
Maxi.
finish.
Yeah.
Max will have to finish first, as we will take come with him here for a while. And Max are fourth for Max to win this time around. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. Basically, he needs to outscore him by 11 points
11
at least.
points.
Actually, 12. 12, no, 12 points, sorry. Because then basically he'll not be able to be equaled on points at all,
Yeah.
which would mean obviously championship win. But it's a bit of an unlikely scenario, I would say, because of they're just so close together. I don't see how Magda would finish 4 positions down realistically, unless something happens or Maxar has a really bad day and Max a really really good one.
Do you have the stream running in the background? Because I think I'm hearing some feedback.
I'm very sorry.
No problem, no problem. As Hamlin comes in the pit, we'll see if we can go a bit with Maxar. Currently, Hamlin is on a 130.4 and Maxar on 130.5 with Simeone, if I'm saying that correctly.
Yes, I
Simoni.
don't.
I'm sorry. I'll call him Giorgio for now. Yeah. He's splitting them apart. Everyone out on C4 tires at the moment, except for Jam and Dyke, who's on C3. But looking at how close they are now with 10 minutes to go, this might be very spicy. What do you think? I mean, I've only been here for the first half of the season, but these two drivers now, if they start this close, will they be safe and see that it's still a whole race and another to go, or will they
Oh
go
no,
for
they'll
it?
go all out.
Oh,
We've seen them. It's been quite a controversial season. Let's put it like that.
yeah.
Between the two, they've had incidents. They've thrown reports at each other. They're constantly, you know, really fierce rivalry. But I think
Yeah, and what would you say is the biggest controversy between the two so far this season?
um, I don't want no comment.
Yeah, okay, so we have left 10 minutes to go now.
Yeah, it's better not to comment on that, I think.
Oh, and the controversies, yeah, you might be right, but it's always interesting with some controversy, is it not?
Yeah, it's always it spices it up for people who are watching the battle,
Yeah.
not only not only viewers, how many they might be, but also the other drivers, always rumors going around and stuff in Trout League, obviously. But yeah, I think they've had a really great rivalry, to be honest. They're really close. They're both good in different areas. It's been a really interesting season to watch in terms of they've both had some their fair share of bad luck, especially Magzar. To be honest, he's had a lot of DNS. He's had a DSQ due to a lot of corner cuts in Monza. Just a lot of stuff happening to him. Max, not so much. He's had one DNF. He's had some bad luck, but not to the sort of same extent as Magzar. He had a bit of a bad race in Valencia, if I can recall that
I
correctly. I
remember.
don't think. Yeah, so they've both had ups and downs, which has made the season so interesting, basically.
As May is the first one to break, sorry. So, James May, the first one to break into the 129s here with a little bit less than 8 minutes to go of qualifying. Hamlink and Max are in two, respectively fourth, both in the 130s. So it's very close, and I think we will have a race on our hands tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I sort of am a bit surprised with one of the things. Jake Bond and Oscar Williams are very close together, which is very good performance from Jake Bond there to so far be ahead of his teammate,
Yeah.
who's been super strong in the past races. He's won three of the last five races since he joined, basically, Oscar Williams.
Oscar Williams, who actually in the beginning had some controversies by himself, not being able to finish the first few races.
Yeah, the first two races, he was involved in some incidents.
Some incidents, some bad luck.
Yeah,
But
some bad luck there, cars spinning off and into his path and not allowing him to properly finish the race.
happy for him, he got out of it, and he's been pushing well after that.
Yeah, I think he's had a podium every race since, so it's been going very well for him.
Time ticking. We're with Hamlin now on C4 tires, going for a quick lap. See if he'll
Yeah,
be able to break into the 29s himself.
there was a lot of debate about what strategy to go for. He was debating whether to go on to C3s for qualifying, but it seems like he's given up on that. So
Yeah, currently Hamlin with 129.5. We will see if he will be able to get it quicker. Maxar did also break into the 29s now, 29.9. And these two will be the talking point, I think, for tonight, as long as they both stay in the race, no?
yes, definitely. I mean, as much as the other drivers, we want to see them. We want to see everything that's happening. This is for the title. This is the big one. So
Yeah.
we want to see what happens between these two. There, I think track grip is currently still going up. I'm not sure. Maybe you could check if it's 100%.
I could. Um, quick check, actually see if I actually can. There we go. And track grip currently is at 100%, so they're gonna be coming here very shortly with even quicker laps. I think it's down to the fuel now. So less than 5 minutes to go. And we will go with Hamlink here. Hamlink still seems to be on a very quick lap. In that the green vermin of 96. I have to say that's livery it's very nice. And it's been growing on me more and more since I've come here.
Yeah, it's a really good looking car.
Whereas Max might have a little issue here with traffic on his quick lap, but he moves out of the way and he is good to go.
Yeah, he still got some dirty air from that though, so that won't be nice.
Yeah.
Who was that was ahead of him?
I'm not sure at this time.
It's one of the Octans. Wait, maybe I can pick
I'll
out the
see
number.
if
I
I can
think it
get
was
them.
Jake. Yeah, I think it might have been Jake.
Right, yeah.
Jake Bond racing for Octan this race. Stand in reserve. He's been oh, he was on a quick lap, Max, because I can see him warming his tires.
He's coming out now, Max, and that
Yeah.
did not improve there, no. Oh, as we have lost Maxi. Or we have lost me, actually. There is some issue with Discord itself. The stream should be up and running good. Hopefully, I can come back to it. Less than 3 minutes to go now, and Discord is completely dead for me, so we'll see if I can get back to Maxi here. I hope I will be able to soon. Otherwise we'll sort it out one way or another. So, Hamlink. Now he's up for a quick lap, and he is really putting in all what he can. Going very wide there. Doing all he can for that quick lap. We're gonna see if he'll be able to get even close to the 28s. It's gonna be tough. I don't think he will be able to do that no matter how great you are, but here we go into the last few corners. I'll see if I can come over, and he does a 129.4. So Maxire now will have to pick up the pace. Maxire down in 5th with 129.9. If he wanna, currently looking well for Hamlink. Hamlink who just will have to win and have Maxire in 4th or worse to win the championship. But currently, it looks very good for him. With 1 minute to go now. And I can't tell if it's still in the quick. We're gonna go with Maxire here real quick. Maxire coming out on the start finish straight. Will he be able to put in an even faster lap? He opens his DRS and over the start finish line, and he will not be able to. Oh, Maxire, he does. He's on in P3 now, so he's right behind Hamlink again, which will make this oh so more interesting. Here we go. Sorry, get my head lost a bit. But as it seems, Hamlink in first, Maxire in third. We'll see if we can come with May here. May, who has been quick, see if he can break into the time here. And at the same time, I will see if we can get back to Maxi. As it seems like no one can really break into those times. So at the moment, it seems like we actually do have Hamlink, followed by Simonini, Maxire May, Oscar Williams, Jake Bond, Jan Van Dyke, Nico Anders, Tarek Alcada, Clank Hughes, Dave Southward, Douglas Falcon, Dave Bull, David Halligan, Alex Cochrane. And oh, but we have Oscar Williams surprising there up into P2. And I don't think anyone will be able to contest that second row, but we're gonna check with Simonini here. As the race is about to begin here, I'm working hard to get Maxi back with me as well. So we'll see if we can get them in here.
Hello?
Do we have Maxi with us? We do have Maxi with us. That's splendid.
We do you get a lot of feedback or stuff?
Yeah, no, it's all perfect, all perfect.
Okay, so you
So-
can hear me through the mic.
Hello?
Do we have Maxi with us? We do have Maxi with us. Okay, there we go. With a lot of feedback, yeah.
Amazing. What?
A lot of feedback.
Okay, wait. I'm trying to set it to my headphones. Just 1 second. Oh, no, that's not what I want to do. I don't want to share screen. All right.
With the race soon starting here. And we hear them coming on throttle. And lights off, away we go. And it's a good start for Hamlink, as Williams is tucking right behind him, and people we will see will come in. Hamlink in the inside, and Williams on the outside there. Hamlink makes it stick though, as they seem to all have gone cleanly through the first few corners here. I'm quickly gonna get rid of this here.
Hello, so now I should be able to
Much
not
better.
have any feedback.
Very lovely.
Okay, very nice. So yeah, interesting that Giorgi Simoni, I can't pronounce his name either.
Yeah, oh, he has dropped down to 6th.
He has dropped down to 6th.
See if we can come with him real quickly. There seems to be driving back with Max.
Excellent qualifying from him though. Remember, he's not raced in Trout League for 2 years. It's his first race since then, and he's been back now with Octane Porsche, the junior Octane team, currently outperforming one of the main cars. So yeah, very good job from him.
Yeah. However, it did not pay out. He's dropped down to 5th now, and Williams is pushing it hard for Hamlin there.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting because the car leading is usually actually not ideal in this sort of situation, because means he's now open to either an undercut or an overcut, whichever one the driver following prefers. So that'll
Yeah.
be interesting. Also, May is coming into it, who's known to be a very quick driver. So it's going to be interesting as we see Magzire there
Max are on
behind
the
trying to
inside.
overtake
We'll jump to him real quick here.
Simon Georgi.
Yeah. 1 second.
Giorgio.
And they go side by side here. Will Maxar be able to make it past us? They come around. Maxar is still behind.
That's brave.
It's
Try there.
yeah, but he just doesn't make it past. It goes a bit wide. Will Maxar? He's got to be sticking with Maxar now. He's gonna be pushing hard to get past. But he's now dropped back just a little bit. Hamlink as well does not seem to be able to create that gap of 1 second. He has another lap until there is open, so. As Maxar now dropped back a full second and down to 5th, so at the moment it's looking good for Hamlink, but we just started, got a long way to go.
Wow, what sort of this is a really good form from Giorgio. I mean, he's a complete rookie. He's never done. he's he's never driven this car before. This is quite interesting. Came in mid-season, started doing laps yesterday,
Oh
and
wow!
already on form. I mean, this guy's he's a future signing, I think, for some of the teams. They'll be watching this.
Definitely showing what he can do here on the first timeout. We're gonna jump out with Williams and Hamlink here for a while. Williams not leaving him alone quite just yet.
No, I think the gap will still quite close. It's gonna depend a lot on tire wear right now. They're reaching into lap 4, lap 5. This is where the tires start to possibly heat up and degrade, and it's gonna be interesting to see which one is worse off. Normally, you'd think it's the guy behind in dirty air, but you never know. Sort of depends on Max a lot how he manages his.
Yeah.
He's been complaining about the C4, saying they don't last for him very long.
Right.
In some chats with me, so
Talking
I
about
don't.
the tires, let's see. I actually do have a graphic with us here that I will show on here. So we've been told, or I've been told, secrecy from some people that there's a lot of different strategies here. So you either have the soft to the medium, where you will have to put around lap 8 to 11. But I've heard that's a stretch, and some people might opt to take the hard after
Yes.
between 8 and 11. But so you can opt out if you think you can preserve your tires. Some people might take the medium, but from what I've heard, they might take the hard.
The thing is, everyone seems to have a very different sort of problem with preserving the tires. Some are fine, some have massive issues with overheating. Specifically, Max was saying he got a lot of overheating. I've heard others like Giorgio actually. He said his tires last just fine. He didn't have an issue with any temperature. So
we
it's
might
sort of
see the same pit stop time, but on different compounds. So it will be very interesting.
It might be the same pit stop time. It might be really very. Oh, as Oscar went off there for a second.
Seems to be back on. And May now is on his rear end.
Yeah, he went wide and lost some time, so now May is in range. It's very difficult to overtake when in a train like this because basically Oscar is gonna get DRS off of Max as well, so
yeah,
it's not gonna be too easy for him.
May is a bit closer. You get a little bit more slipstream off Williams there than Williams of Hamlink, which might just help a little bit. We'll see here, but this track is not too easy to overtake on either, and the track overall is not easy to drive on. So, ooh, as he does have a look there, May. May does have a little slight look on the inside, but there is nothing he can do. correct me
James
if
May fastest lap. That's quite interesting.
yeah, he's pushing hard. He probably wants to get up in that second position. In the meantime,
Yeah, I
looking
mean,
at Maxar is now far a bit behind in P5.
it's not looking good for him. This would, if it finishes like this, it would mean Max finishes as champion. So
Yeah.
this is quite interesting. I actually need to have a look at that. So 10 points would. Oh, I think Maxar just overtook for fourth.
And he just did. We just missed out on that. You're correct.
Yeah. So he's passed now. This gets him closer to where he wants to be. I think that would score him 12 points versus Max's 25, which is not enough. It would mean he still loses out. He needs one more position to go for it to go into the last round.
Yeah, but it's a long race, and Hamlin here has Williams now closing in again. So there's all to play for yet. As we did just coming out onto the starting the 6th lap of the race now.
Max needs to keep the first position if he wants to win the championship, and that's basically a must at this point. So I think it's going to be quite interesting about what Oscar does as well, because he has Vermin ties at the end of the day. He's Vermin, mainly Vermin driver on loan for Octan. So if Oscar would overtake for first, it would basically deny Max the championship.
Yeah. I'm just looking. We're gonna jump down here back to the fight between 5th and 4th for Max Sire and Anders, because it's getting closer and closer there as well. The time is jumping up and down a bit, but I think Hamlink will have. No, sorry, Max Sire will have to push. Still, he's not out of the graphs quite just yet. Looking back though, the back of the pack, they seem still to have some close racing. I mean, there's people are close all over the track so far, which is nice to see. It's what we want to see.
Yeah, the battles are strong. Everyone's done a lot of practice for this race. I think everyone has some sort of battle in the championship going on. In the constructors, it's Vermin versus BM versus Octan. Basically, Vermin a bit ahead, but Octan and BM are quite close to each other, so they're trying to outscore each other. I think at this rate, they Octan might take second place from BM if Maxar can't make up
As
any more
there's an
positions.
overtake there, Bond and Alcada we just saw in the background. Gonna
So
come.
yeah, as I was saying, Octan looking strong as a Jake that just does that move. So yeah,
But it's not out yet. We just saw Alcada having a little
where
look.
is Giorgio? He kind of
Yeah, he's dropped down to 12th now, so it's not
wow,
having a
he's
good race.
dropped a lot of positions.
Yeah,
That's
not
I
gonna be
think that
happy
was a
with
bit
that.
of a commentator's curse I just
Yeah,
put on him, but
might possibly be. We're gonna jump up here with Williams now. Williams now really just 3 4 tenths behind
as close as
Hamlink.
he's ever been.
Yeah, and Hamlink will have to just push, but we'll see. We
I
don't want.
think
Yeah, go ahead.
I think it might be a smart thing to not try and fight it too much, because he'll be able to get him on strategy later. You know,
Yeah, he's
he's
probably thinking through all the different
yeah. I mean, the pressure at
options.
this point. If it's basically the situation he wants. It's the championship winning position, so pressure must be insanely high right now on him.
But he's all to lose at the same time. So
Exactly.
as Bond has made
That's
a mistake, Bond has dropped down to 9th and is stationary currently on the track. So we're putting the curse on everyone tonight.
oh my god.
As
Yeah,
Bond
I'm gonna shut up.
slightly.
I'm not gonna say anyone's
Yeah.
driving well.
As Bond has retired back into the pits.
Oh, great.
As well as Simoni still driving. We'll quickly check. Yeah, he is. Oh, actually, there we go. Yeah, he is still driving Simini. just past Bond, but Bond.
Simini.
Simoni. I'm sorry.
Simonini.
Simonini.
Yes.
So, Bond there, I'm not sure. I didn't actually see anything what happened, but
But yeah, 14th for him, quite far from where he qualified. He's not going great so far, but he might recover. You never know with all these retirements that can happen.
there's a lot that can
But
happen
yeah,
in this
May is really close on to Oscar. So if he can keep close to these next few corners, he might be able to make a move on the
Yeah.
DRS straight.
The position for first is still open for all three of them.
Yeah, definitely. The corner before this straight, the back straight, is actually very prone to help you in passing someone
Ooh,
because
as Cochrane,
it's
sorry,
very
Cochrane just dropped 2 positions there from P10 to P12. He's still on the back of Falcon though, and did not see what happened there. Oh, what? Hamlin and Hamlin has spun! Hamlin has spun! Hamlin is off the
oh
track.
no,
Oh no, he's not gonna be happy with
oh
that. I
wow,
saw him and Williams going back and forth a bit, and I switched back, and we see him spinning around.
did they touch?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Oh my god,
I
that would
wish we
be
could go back and look.
that must be gut wrenching for Max right now.
Yeah, he's now 4 seconds behind.
So
Second.
that means Oscar's leading right now. Um, just wait 1 second, I might be able to get some info on that.
If you could, that would be splendid. So it brings it back though for Hamlin and Magsire. The fight keeps on for now. But from earlier this season, we've seen Williams getting caught up in traffic and similar things. So he'll still have to keep it together. We're still far way to go. As we now see Magsire behind Hamlin there. Hamlin
So
is
they did make contact.
They
I
did
just
make
got the
contact.
info.
Yeah.
I just asked in the Discord. They did make contact. So means
It just seems like we're missing
some,
everything today.
that's a controversy right there. I mean, it's not the first time these two come together. They've come together before in Singapore. Very similar situation.
Do we know what happened there? Cause he was, yeah, I
I
switched
honestly
away
have,
from it just as
he,
it
he
happened.
Oscar said he expected me to disappear is what Oscar direct quote, which I don't know what, we can't really comment on that. We haven't
No,
seen
oh,
it.
as
So
James now has overtaken Jesus, we're missing out on everything. May now into the lead and Williams into second. Williams might have some damage. Do we know?
I don't know.
Okay.
He says he doesn't. He said he doesn't feel anything.
Yeah.
I
Oh, and
doubt.
he's
I
really on the
doubt it.
diffuser now. May.
He'd be really a lot more slower if he
Yeah.
had any significant damage. I think.
I'll look at the pits.
But
But the battle here
yeah,
keeps going on. They're very close, these two.
yeah, they're onto each other. I mean, these two have had some great battles actually in Singapore. Mainly they've gone ahead in Valencia as well. So they've had a history of coming of sort of fighting each other on track before.
And I do apologize to everyone. I seem to be missing the important moments there today. Looking at the tires though, we have all these guys on C4s, so I suspect we see them pitting here soon.
Yes, I think this is sort of a pit stop time, but this might actually help.
Oh, as I say that, yeah, Williams go into pits. May continues though.
Yes, so I was just gonna say this might actually help Oscar because he can make undercuts on James.
Yeah.
He might just try and stay with either James or Oscar to see which one if Oscar might come out ahead. Max as well diving into the pits for fresh tires.
Behind there. So we're gonna switch to May. Just see what happens.
So
here.
yeah, just follow him so that we see what happens when he goes into the pits and whether he comes out ahead of Oscar or not.
May now having a completely free track to himself. He goes very wide there, but just makes it stick. It seems I was not myself able to read the race director's words, but they have quite free track limits. as it looks like today.
Not really. They turn 6 and 7 are free, so these two right-handers that James just went through. But other than that, track limits are quite strict,
Okay.
just as usual. White lines. It's just those two turns because they're very difficult not to extend. So we've decided to make them basically be lenient on those.
And we will see here now. James May probably going into the pits. We do see him. We're gonna switch back to Williams. Just to
Yes. So let's see where he comes out.
see where Williams and May.
Basically where James comes out.
Yeah,
He's done. I think he's done a very good unlap by the looks. I
I
can't
think
really
so too.
watch.
Williams now coming into the last corner,
It sort of depends on what Oscar's outlap was.
but it seems from where he is on track. May still in pits. Here comes Williams onto the start finish straight. Where do we have May? May is exiting pits now. Williams is behind him still.
So
And
yeah,
it seems
it
like May
under,
had a very good lap there.
I saw it like from just the lines he was taking. It was very clean. So
Yeah.
a very good lap. It was close though. It was quite close.
Yeah, it seems like Hamlin as well has. Ooh, what happened to Hamlin? Where do we have it? Oh, we have some issues with the time screen. There we go. Hamlin has made some time up as well to Williams.
So yeah, it's probably a bad outlap then from Williams from
Yeah,
Oscar.
because I think he lost 2 seconds there, Williams. He lost both to May and to Hamlin. So.
But yeah, this situation sort of this is not looking too bad for Max Zion now. He's not that far behind as far as I can see. I think. He's only 5 seconds behind his title rival, so he might still be able to do something in this race.
Which will be very interesting to see.
Actually, we could actually try and watch him and Alex Cochran.
Where, let me see here. Yep.
I think they're
There we go.
close
Oh,
to
as they go
battling.
almost side by side there. Yeah, you're right. I was having a look at some pit strategies.
Good
There
timing.
we go. Ooh, and Maxar goes on the outside. Ooh, and there's 3 of them now.
Yeah, I think.
Ooh,
Alex
there's
is
contact.
coming up.
Maxire goes in between the two though, and it looks like they're good for now. Maxire tries to go in the middle. Will he be able to make it stick? Coming out on the start finish straight, he does make the move
brave.
stick. That's a beautiful move. But they're coming back at him now with DRS.
That's really brave.
And into the first corner, will he dive on the inside? He does not. He's tucks in right behind Anders there. Oh, and this is
Wow,
exciting.
that was
wow.
some good battling right there.
Yeah, I think it will sort itself out now for a little while, but coming to the end of the lap, we'll probably see the same thing again.
They keep touching and bumping wings and stuff, so that's not gonna help them with the damage.
No, definitely not.
So yeah, this is now helping Max in turn. Max is getting held up by people who haven't pitted yet. Well, Nico has pitted, I think.
So help me again. What is the exact points difference that they will need at the end of the race?
Right now, Max, even if Max doesn't finish, Max won't win. So it'll go to the next round. It's 12 points in difference he needs.
Right.
Basically, he needs to gain 12 points on Magzire to have it mathematically impossible for Magzire to win. So
Right. So at the moment, it's not looking very good, yeah. As James May set the fastest lap of 131.4. Will we see Maxar moving on him now with DRS?
he needs to try and get as close as possible to Max Hamlin if he wants to have a good chance into the last round.
As Maxar goes on the outside in the first corner, tries to stick it on the outside. He does. Can you help me? Are we? Which track are we? I might have the wrong thing in the stream.
Right. So yeah, he does seem to have made that move stick quite nicely. Very good move from him. Now all he needs to try and do is try and get as close to Max, but he's 8 seconds behind. It's pretty unlikely he'll gain that back unless he comes in with some super pace on these tires.
Yeah. Hamling now building the gap, so
So at the front, the gap seems to have sort of dispersed a bit. Southwood is still leading because he hasn't pit, as well as May in second. He has pit.
May has
He's the
pitted,
effective
but we
effective
have
leader.
Van
He's
Dyke. I don't believe has pitted. Southward pits now.
I think he's the net leader. So yeah, that frees up May basically. Then we have Jannes Van Dyke sitting in second now.
Yeah, who is still
He'll
to
be
pit as well.
he's actually sort of holding up Oscar at the moment. This will allow May to get away a bit, and maybe Max to try and catch up a bit. So yeah, interesting stuff. I think both Dave and Van Dyke started on the C3, so therefore they can go a bit longer.
Yeah, yeah. And currently, what we do have is everyone on C3 except for Hamlink on C. There's Hamlink, Anders Falcon, and some more guys in the back on the C2. Otherwise, we
So
have
yeah,
everyone on C3 except for Bond, who's on C4.
I mean this will actually, if Max is able to keep up right now, might mean that towards the end of the race he'll be really strong because the C2s wear out a lot harder than the C3 do. So he might be able to still make some inroads on Oscar there. Oscar got past Jannes Van Dijk.
Exactly, yeah. He got past. I was just gonna say that he got past. I think Van Dyke figured it's not his battle to take. It's quicker just to let the guys in front go and pick your battles. So to
Yeah,
say.
you're not really helping your own race if you're battling these guys. You know, you're a pit stop behind. It's not really a point in holding him up too much. You're just slowing yourself down as well.
Yeah. So it seems like everything is sorting itself out now.
Yeah, it's sort of becoming a bit more,
It's such a shame
grounded.
with Hamlink there.
It was yeah, that was. I'm sure that the stewards and the head of stewarding will have a job to do.
We're gonna jump down here to Southward and Falcon though, because they've been going back and forwards for a few corners now by the looks of it from my timing screen, so I want to see what's going on down with them. Keeping an eye on Hamlink's timer, he's also getting closer to Van Dyke now.
Yeah, Southwood not on form lately. He was a title challenger for a good chunk of the season, won in Monza by Max and Mags getting involved in some
As teammates here, do you think there will be team orders or will they be fighting for it? I remember at the start of the season, these guys had no team orders whatsoever. I do believe it's
Douglas Falcon and Mac.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think there's any team orders between those two. Those two guys,
Yeah. No,
they're good friends. They know how they race each other.
Up with Hamlink real quick here. He's trying to go on the outside of Van Dyke. Van Dyke, I'm not sure if he's letting him go. No, he does make the move stick with the rest though. But Van Dyke is having a look on the inside into Turner 1, but it seems like Hamlink just sticking it in there and not letting Van Dyke come back at him.
Yeah, I mean he's on fresher tires. It was always gonna end like that, I think, on those tires and with that pace. But yeah, Jannes doing really well so far in the race. He's
sticking out a long time.
Stretched these tires a long while indeed. I think he might be trying to go to C4s at the end.
Yeah, he's on the C2s at the moment, but I didn't think he would be able to keep them this far.
I think that's it then. He's trying C4s. Because he can, he should be able to go to like lap 20, 22 and stick on C4s and go to the end and be really, really fast.
Having a look at the predicted pit stop strategy, the guys
completely wrong.
it's actually looking at it. We're looking at the soft and medium options now, but looking at the hard, it actually the prediction was lap 19 to 21 if you started on hards.
Yeah,
So it's
that
just a few more
I
laps, and we'll see if we can.
yeah, but it's basically that's not dependent on the hards, it's dependent on the other tire because the hards can go pretty much the whole race.
Right.
It's whether the
I was told they would actually not be able to go much further than 19 to 21 laps, then they would start dropping off after that in pace. But
no,
he pits
that's
now, lap
mediums
18. Lap 18.
or C3s or C4s.
We're about to see that. It seems like Van Dijk is on C3s.
So yeah, he's trying to make those work. He'll be able to push on those quite hard now. This is basically the advantage of running this reverse strategy is now you don't have as much fuel. A softer tire will help you more.
Mm.
So he'll be really fast right now. He's probably be trying to set fastest laps and get through the pack.
I want to point out how close the field is, even though it doesn't look like it. You know, that one pit stop drops him down to 9th. Which
Yeah,
shows
basically.
it's a competitive field, and I really love that with this league.
Yeah, they've sort of dispersed due to like battles and incidents and different strategies basically. But I think if you had identical strategy for everyone, they'd be really close in the pack.
As we see now, Hamlin is 3 seconds behind Williams there. And it's
Yeah,
not
he's
looking very
he's
good
dropped
for him.
he's dropped back a bit, mainly due to being on the C2s. I think it's not helping him. But they might meet a bit later. I think lap 20, 21. You know, the C3s might start to where C2s might be good. Yeah.
So not the race Hamlin wanted, and
No, not the outcome he wanted. You know, definitely wanted to win this one. You know, if he'd be in the lead right now, he'd be in a championship winning position, as I've said probably 50 times already. So yeah, that's not what he wants, but it would mean for us as viewers, it goes into the last round if
that's
if
what we
it
love,
finishes
isn't
like
it?
this.
Yeah.
That's what you want basically. I mean, anything can happen really. We've had crazy stuff, you know. Season 1, DNS from one driver fighting for the championship, and the other one winning it by 1 point. You know, just crazy stuff like that. So yeah, last round showdowns are always exciting.
Yeah. But sadly to say, it's now a big gap between all the guys driving. The smallest gap we have is just above 2 seconds. Oh, as I say that, actually looking at Cochrane coming out of the pits, he is...
I think Van Dijk will be one to watch because he's on that soft tire. You can see like the delta there for him to Falcon going down really fast. So
So we'll keep our eyes out. Currently now with James May, who's in the lead, 3 seconds
yeah,
ahead of him.
James May, he's checked out. He's 3.4 ahead.
Yeah, now
He's
just
comfortable,
has to
very
get his head
comfortable
down
again.
and get into the rhythm.
It's sort of been a story of these two. The first half of the season was Max and Magzaya sort of exchanging and trading wins and podiums, and then since
Jumping
Oscar
with Van
and
Dijk, who was that pitting? So Falcon pits.
oh yeah, Falcon pits.
Very
So yeah,
very
that's
small.
I don't know. Maybe he didn't stop or
Yeah, might not have done
no
that.
idea why he pit. It's quite late pit stop.
Very late pit
What?
stop. I do not know if he's just put on C3s. I do believe so though. So he probably wasn't C2s to C3s.
Anyway, this promotes Giorgi, Giorgio Simonini up to 10th place. He'll be in the point, scoring 1 point for Octane Porsche if he can manage to finish like this.
Yep. As we know, sticks to Falconers, less than a second behind David Bull. Just a quick note: Van Dijk now got that free track that he wants just in time as well. He did not get disturbed by anyone. And
Yeah, that's actually really good for him. But he's 11 seconds behind, so he'll need to be 1 second a lap faster if he wants to catch Hughes.
Currently, though, it's looking like he almost is.
Yeah, I think so. On those new
Pretty
tires,
quick.
yep, he's looking very good. Oops, sorry for that.
And it seems like the gap is building as well between Bull and Falcon now. So we're gonna jump back up here with May, who's in the lead. Just putting in a stellar job at the moment, doesn't he? Looking at though Van Dijk now putting in a quick lap. I failed to see the time, and Simeone as well putting in some quick lap times. Let's see if we can get those up. Are we able to do that? I do not believe so, sadly. And have we you with us still, Maxi?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, just check.
I wasn't. I'm sorry. I got a bit sidetracked. Go ahead.
No, I'm just going. I I lost the track myself.
Yeah, that's why I'm
Uh,
confused. Confused
I'm
bunch of
having a
commentators.
bit
It's
of a
been a
look on
wild
the
night.
times here. Southward actually closing in a bit, just dropping back now, but it was closing for a while. 2 Anders in front. I still
Yeah,
think he
I
is.
mean, it's he's sort of in that gap. Like once you get into like 1.5, 1.3, dirty air starts to hit, and it sort of, I don't know, it's sort of pushes you back into that 2 second range. So
Someone who is
it's
getting closer and closer now, though, is David. It's Douglas Falcon on David Bull, and I think we'll soon. Oh, what happened there? James May has had an issue. May had issue, and Williams up to first, Hamlick into second.
wow. Okay, wow.
So
That's
he must have just
I'm trying
missed.
to watch on the I'm trying to watch on the a spin. I think it's a spin or something. Yeah, I'm watching it on replay. It's some sort of an
As
issue like that.
I'm having no luck today getting the footage, and I'm really sorry about that.
So yeah, this puts Oscar Williams into the lead right now for Octan. This means ha those two, Max and Oscar, will be fighting for the win.
Yeah. Oscar
I
now
mean,
on the C3 and Hamlin on the C2. So if the tire starter pace out, I mean it's still 3 seconds. That's going to be hard for Hamlin, but with the harder tires, it's going to help him out coming in the later stages of the race.
yeah, this is actually now
Unexpected, wasn't it? Very unexpected.
once again the championship just keeps turning like this. I mean, Max on those tires, you know, he's not looking unlikely for the win right now. He's within 3 seconds, keeping good pace, keeping the tires nice. So I don't know.
That was so unexpected. I did not see that one coming.
That's one turn, yeah.
Just,
But
that's what I love with racing. Everything happens so quick, and can
yeah,
change
I
so
mean,
much.
it's I don't know what to say really. um, Max now starting to catch Oscar quite a bit. He was I think he was 4 seconds behind. Now he's 3.3.
Oh yeah. Oh, as Meg went almost made a mistake again. That was, I don't know if you saw that, but
Same corner.
yeah. So
I
maybe
think
his tires are starting to go. James May currently on the
C3.
C3 tire. So that's what we're seeing.
Oh
Probably.
no, that was on the he was on the AstroTurf.
Yeah. Oh,
So
and he
he was
again makes a mistake going on, not back on track correctly. So May is struggling real much right now. That's not gonna be fun for him.
yeah, that's quite surprising. I've never actually seen him have issues like this, struggle like this in a race before. It's yeah, I think his tires are just not coping right now with temperature, and
Looking
he
at
can't seem to get off the curbs. If you look at it,
yeah.
he seems to mount the curb on exit and he can't get back on track. So it's I don't think it's the tires. It's some sort of issue where just the car bottoms out and doesn't allow you to get back.
Looking at the current standings, though, it seems like Oscar Williams, will pass David Southward for third in the championship overall for drivers.
Yeah, yeah, he's looking good. It's looking good for Octan as well in the constructors. I think they might pass BM if it finishes like this with Magda in fourth. Or will they? I'm
Let
not
me
sure.
see. So I'm actually not sure. I'll have to count on that. Cause yeah, I'm not sure. That is something we'll have to count on after
Wait,
the race.
I will check. I will check
Yeah.
myself. That's no problem.
Also, if you could, while we're at it, check the difference between who was it I was looking at? Max Iron Williams, if it finishes like this, because that can be quite interesting as well.
I don't think no. I know I've sort of taken that into account, and no, it's a big difference. I think, yeah. So Oscar before this race was on 84.5 points, and Magza on 132. So that's not. I think it's mathematically impossible. But yeah, in the constructors, looking at it, the difference between Octan and BM is 12.5 points. Don't ask about the 0.5. It's yeah 12.5 points. So that would mean indeed that
It's
Octan edges out BM into the next round by 0.5 point.
I want to say it's not mathematically impossible if, and I'm just
It
saying
is.
if
It
Max
is
Iron
because
would
it's
not
bigger than it's
finish,
no, but it's bigger than 50 points. Like you
that's
can't.
okay. Then the points I'm looking at is incorrect because it's just
So it's
23.5 and
it's
24.
no, because before this race
Yeah,
started,
40.
Magzar had 132, whilst Oscar had 84. So
Right.
it's
Yeah. No, I'm
almost 50
sorry.
points.
The chart
Yeah,
I'm looking on is actually
yeah. There's no way.
this chart is incorrect that I'm looking at. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah,
We're gonna have a little peek at Southward though. Southward is kind of back close now to Nico Anders. So it's teammates again here by the looks of it.
but yeah, it's this would break Max Hamling's record of longest streak of third place finishes in drought history.
Hmm.
He's had four so far, four in a row since Monza. He's finished third every time. So yeah, interesting fact maybe. Yeah, we see Southwood and Anders, the two teammates, battling. Southwood coming back through the pack on an alternate strategy. I think it's gonna be interesting if these two have um, any sort of team orders. Sorry, the word disappeared from my mind for a second. There's nothing really to gain in front, so I
No.
think they should be just free to
Seems
battle
like they're
together.
battling. We have Southward on the out, trying to have a peek on the outside, but can't do anything at the moment there.
Always interesting to see two cars in the same livery battling. Don't see that often.
Yeah. Usually, I guess here they're on quite similar setups as well. As now
Yeah,
Southward tries to have a look on the inside, but he just can't get the move done.
yeah, that's always a thing you see when you're on similar setup, similar wing. It's really difficult to actually overtake each other.
Yeah, it's you have to drive the same lines. That's
Well,
but
no,
yeah.
actually, you have to try and drive a different line to
Well,
get to the
that's
guy.
yeah, but you know,
Because,
with different setups, it's easier to overtake on different lines. Is what I'm trying to say.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Especially if one has lower wings, just much. Oh, and there's Nico going a bit wide.
Yeah, but
I
there's.
think I'm a bit behind. Sorry.
Yeah, okay. Southard still behind half a second though. He's had some peaks there and not been able to do anything. So definitely no team orders here. It's very interesting to see, and I like seeing some inter-team battles because that is the biggest rival for most in most
I
cases.
think
Anyways.
we'll see Tarek Alcater and Giorgi Simonini
As well,
battle
yeah.
soon.
I'm gonna check, give it a quick look here with the DRS. Will Hamlin be able to do anything? He goes on the out or southward, sorry, goes on the outside. Oh, as they come together, but they both stick it. Oh, that's very nice. It was close, but they
Yeah, that was some
and it
some
seemed like
hard battling right there.
Anders gives their position to southward. There. It's gonna come down to Alcaide. See what we have here. Alcaide with the DRS now. And into the last corner, they're close. Alcada spins! Alcada spins! Oh no, that's
Oh
not gonna be
wow,
great. That was just a
that's
mistake.
that's amazing.
He's
That's
not gonna
quite
be happy.
amazing.
He would have the move done otherwise, I think, with DRS on that. Oh, he's
It-
gonna be devastated by that.
That's not ideal for Tarek there. It's
Looking up.
a weird place to spin. Just on power spins it, hits the wall. Hopefully no damage.
Yeah, it's not gonna be nice. Looking up at Hamlink though. Hamlink is closing now. He closed
Yeah,
from
he's
4
as I said,
seconds
the
to 1.6.
C2s. You know, those C2s, they last a while. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be very interesting. I mean, Oscar really needs to start putting in some laps if he wants to keep that lead, because
with those C3s, they're gonna
he'll-
be more with it. It's not that easy, I think, for him now.
he'll be vulnerable later in this race.
Yeah.
Just
There's
you know,
still 4 laps to go.
Hamlin setting fastest lap. It's yeah. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen between these two. They've come together previously in this race. It's yeah.
Tensions
Bit of
are
a battle
rising.
coming up.
Probably
Tensions.
pressure on both of them now.
I don't think these two like each other. To be honest.
And I think
Because it's the second time they've come together. Very similar
Williams,
situation.
seeing Hamlink there in the rearview mirrors will not want to get him past, and Hamlink at the same time seeing Williams in the front of him will want to get past. And the time is
He
shrinking.
wants this. This is the title. If he gets past Oscar, this is the title.
Oh, so he really wants to get past Oscar. It's not only for the inter battle between them, but for the title as well. So
Yeah. So this is
Hamlink's
one
really
hell of
gonna
a
pushing.
situation.
We're soon gonna have 3 laps to go. We're currently on the 4th to go. It's a big difference. He is very shortly within that DRS distance though. And
Yeah, I think next lap he'll have it. It's whether he can cope with the debt. Yeah, that's the question really.
1.2 seconds by now, coming up to 3 laps to go, and I'm loving this.
This is it. This is massive pressure for both. One
Really.
wants the win, one wants the title.
But looking at it from the outside, they still drive very nicely. They make it seem so easy this, but I know if for the guys in the cars.
Always you look at these guys, you know, sometimes I'd do laps, I'd be like 5/10 off. I'd look at whoever's ahead of me and it's like, oh man, it looks so easy, why can't I do it? Well, it's yeah, they're just really skilled. They're skilled at this. They do hundreds of laps before each race, testing, you know, setups, everything.
Oscar have done went a little wide there. Hamlink's now 1.1 second behind, very close to that DRS. But is it enough? Do you think it's enough with less than 3 laps to go?
He needs to get within DRS ASAP. So
Oh, as he's now actually within 1 second, 0.8
that's-
seconds.
this is it basically. It's going to depend on how quickly he can break through that dead. Yeah.
I'm
and
gonna have to
find-
stand up a little bit. I'm so excited right now, getting goosebumps on my arms. This is it. This is it. He's coming out now. He will get DRS on the back straight here. Oh
Yeah,
Jesus
I don't think
Christ!
he's close enough. Yeah.
Is it
No,
not?
this is not close enough.
No, but DRS opens up. He's gonna get close, so much more closer now. And
This
Hamlink
is the
might
second
have.
straight. It's the second straight.
Oh, he gets so close in that corner. Hamlink might have gotten this with a strategy. He's coming with DRS on the start finish. Will he be able to go on the outside, or will he snitch it on the inside? He does have a look on the outside of Williams. Oh, this will be so interesting. He goes on the outside, does not make a stick there yet. As they go side by side, now gets the inside line. Hamlin having a little wiggle, and Oscar goes in the front again. And this is it. This is 2 laps to go. The Malaysian Grand Prix here in Formula Trout.
For the title.
For the title,
For the win.
Hamlin in that green Vermin car against Oscar Williams in that red Octane car, and they're going at it. It's not only an entertaining battle between 2 guys who's been at it for a few times this season, and trust me, this is personal. But it's not only for that personal battle. It's for
Magza got into third. Magza is up into third.
oh, Max is up into
Oh,
third.
no.
Completely
This
did
is-
not see
this
that.
is-
May must have made another mistake.
Yeah. Well,
And-
that's excellent. That's excellent for Magza. That's awesome.
That's really
He
great for
gets
Max.
third.
Hamlin
But
now.
now what's happened? Oh my God.
There's
can't-
still a little over a lap to go.
Who do I root for? Who do I applaud? I don't know. It's,
So May must have made another mistake there, but it's still that personal battle. It's still this personal
it's
between
still
these
they,
two
if he
guys.
wants to win, if he can get, I mean, it's 7 points extra. My
And
man.
it's
And
sad I
it's-
don't have a camera at me right now. I'm grinning like an idiot. Look at this. Here they come again. DRS opens up for Hamlink. It's just not close enough this
I
time
think he's
around.
had a worse exit. He had a worse
Yeah.
exit this time, so it's going. It's 2 laps left. Two laps of
Two
this.
laps left, yeah.
2 more laps of this.
2 laps to go.
Let's
This
see
is...
what happens.
Christ.
Do you think Oscar might have caught on, got a bit harder on that defense this time? You know, now he knows
Yeah, but
he's
the
getting
tire
attacked.
difference...
I don't know. I don't know what's happening.
They go OS. There's almost a little cut there from Hamlink, but Hamlink's just sticking. I think it's just waiting for the DRS to make the move. Go. OS Williams again goes a bit wide there. So it's no longer.
Yeah, so it'll allow him to get in closer. I mean, this is just I can't find friends. This is
OS
too.
Hamlink in that making
tight.
point really makes it close now. So it's.
This is. I think this might be it. This might be it for Max if he can make it stick now.
Hamlink makes a mistake. No, he's off the track and he goes off, and that's Hamlink out of the race.
No.
Oh no.
Wait.
Oh no.
What just happened? Did he disconnect?
No, I think he went off the track. He made a mistake and it threw him away and
I saw that he
it
glitched
bugged
out.
out. Yeah. Oh no,
Wow.
that's devastating.
This puts Max. This puts Magzai in the lead of the championship.
Oh God.
3 points ahead. Incredible scenes. I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
I'm at a
What a
loss.
race.
I'm at a loss for words right now. Jesus
What a
Christ.
race. Jesus
I-
Christ, what a
I was
race.
not supposed to be here today, but I was I'm asked to help and stand in, and God, am I happy I was here
What-
tonight.
what
Oh
is
my
this
God,
race?
this is madness. This is. I'm getting goosebumps
This
all
put
over my
Magzai
arms.
in the lead of the race. That's incredible. In the lead of the standings into the last round, 3 points ahead.
Did
if it
anyone
finishes
expect?
like this.
I don't think anyone saw that one coming.
I can't. Maybe Magzai's
Wow.
car explodes now. That's the only thing that can make it even crazier. I don't see how this
Wow.
can get any crazier.
And with a
Maybe
16.
the whole like top 6 cars start burning, tires start flying off, you know,
With-
stuff like that. But
Yeah,
otherwise, this
with-
has been as exciting and crazy as a race can get.
This is with a 17-second lead though now on the final lap. We are looking
Final
at
lap, it's
Oscar
pretty much done.
Williams.
That's Oscar. He's 18 seconds ahead. Nothing can happen unless something blows up.
He's celebrating early on the back straight already.
That's yeah.
Into
he
the last
knows-
corner.
knows it's gonna happen.
With a 16-second lead here after a bit of celebration. Williams over the start-finish line to win the Malaysian the crazy Grand Prix.
Wow.
Oh, that was crazy.
What
We're
a
gonna-
race! I don't know how to feel. I mean, I feel so sorry for Max, but Max I just made 18 points up. I mean, wow.
Max are in
We
second
need to
position.
try and get into Discord and get some interviews, my
Oh,
man,
definitely.
because this was one hell of a spice.
Let me just see if I can get. Oh, while we're looking at these guys here, that was one of the craziest races I've seen in the league so far. That was madness.
I mean, I'll save. Like, we need to save this, immortalize it. This is
As we see
what
some
sim
donuts
racing is
here
about,
from
man. This is
Oscar.
crazy.
I think we just missed some as I'm setting up some things here for the interviews. We missed the donuts there by Oscar, but wow. Okay, that's
Alrighty. Let's try and get into that Discord. man.
yes. Let's see if we can get into that Discord, and I'll see you in there, my friend.
Yep.
How are we doing? Oh Jesus. It's not.
I can get into Doctor and chat.
see if I will have to just we'll do this for now. See if I can. I'm sorry about this, guys. We might have to have Maxi taken over if we can. This is not very good. So Maxi, I'll be right there with you. So, what a race. What a crazy race that was. Currently... As I will have to have you guys stand by.
Hello. Yeah, I'm getting the same thing. I don't think we can get interviews, sadly. I think that's it. I mean, looking at it in the thing in the Discord, no one's really wanting to come in except Oscar, and yeah, I don't think either Max Hamlink or Maxar want to talk about what happened. So yeah, this will set us up. I mean, you're gonna be here for the next race, right? I mean, that's 3 points between these guys. You need to watch this. It's in 2 weeks exactly. You need to everyone who's watching this stream right now, watch Brazil. Watch 2 weeks, same time. Watch it. Yeah, I guess that's it. We've seen one hell of a race.
Yeah,
Race for the ages.
that
What a
was
what a
yeah.
what a race.
So sadly,
Insane.
no interviews due to Discord Master Server being down, which stops us, which is a shame after this race. But yeah, as Maxi said, and I think that was actually broadcasted. Next race is in Brazil.
Next race is in Brazil. It's the final race. I'll not be commentating, sadly, so I'll be racing instead again.
But
So
after this, I'll definitely do my best to be there, cause
yeah, just to
what
watch,
a
man.
fight!
If you're not if you can commentate, that's great. But just to watch it. I
I'm
mean, it's
gonna have to
3 points
watch it.
between these
Yeah,
guys. Who
this
knows?
is
I mean, we've seen a race. We've seen someone almost win a title twice, then not, then trying on the last lap almost getting it, and then at the NF and championship chance completely changed. So it's insane race, insane.
yeah. And with that, Maxine, my friend, We're gonna round up for today. Thank you
Yeah,
for assisting me and helping me out at this crazy, crazy race.
sure.
Yeah.
It's my pleasure. It was super fun to do. So
Yeah. Thank you. And as Maxie said, I'll hope we see everyone there next week. And I wish you all
yeah,
a
two
good night.
weeks, 2
Yeah,
weeks.
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
But
Yeah.
21st, be there.
21st. Be
Bye.
there. Be square.